Let's now go to the Super Omega fish oil product, since it's another common daily supplement. And it's also part of my extending your play span lifelong recommendation, meaning you either eat 8 to 12 ounces of fatty fish a week, or you take this supplement properly designed to raise your blood levels of these important fatty acids. So the goal of the Super Omega is clear: to supply the omega-3 fatty acids. Are you ready for this? Eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic, DHA. Okay, say that fast. Commonly low in Western diets, in the amounts necessary to complement individual food intake to reach tissue levels consistent with those found in persons, such as our Northern European counterparts, shown to have lower risk of many of our common Western diseases. And many scientists attribute this phenomenon to daily fish consumption and the oils they contain. So let's talk about typical use. It would be for anyone not consuming 2 to 4 servings of fatty fish a week, seeking to support brain, eyes, cardiovascular health, function, and development. And to that, they would take 1 a day to raise their EPA, DHA to the levels that demonstrate benefits in creating and preserving overall health, which is approximately 500 milligrams a day of EPA, DHA in a ratio of 3 to 2. This simple dosing can achieve the desired omega-3 index rating of about 8 to 11%, shown in people with reduced risk of disease. By the way, the omega-3 index is the percentage of the 2 omega-3s we've been talking about here, EPA and DHA, in your erythrocyte blood cells, fatty acid content, and it describes an individual's status of EPA and DHA. The proposed health zones are: you're at high risk for disease if you're less than 4%, intermediate risk for disease 4 to 8%, and very low risk of disease greater than 8%. And for your information, most Americans and others consuming Western-style diets have an omega-3 index of less than 4. So supplementation is warranted because the healthier fish eaters have an omega-3 index greater than 8%. Other recent developments using omega-3 supplementation, really different dosages. We find enhanced exercise and performance outcomes, such as improved oxygen use by the heart and muscles. And it also can increase lean body mass and lower fat mass during certain protocols. Supplementation has also been shown to improve development and behavior in children, including cognitive development and behavioral aspects, along with improved attention spans and more. Let's now look at the unique and key features compared to mass market cheap products that are basically pretty much useless, only because they do not have the right ingredient ratios and amounts consistent with science, because your customer probably doesn't know what those are, as we just discussed. And truthfully, the supplement company itself may not know either. So they'll just slap some oil in there and compete on price. So what's collectively different and right about .fits? Or excuse me, I mean your Omega product. All right, so first, your supplement, your omega-3 fish oil complex, starts from wild-caught Alaska pollock oil from the cold, pure waters of Alaska's Bering Sea. Boy, that sounded good. The final .fit, Super Omega, delivers the 2 desired long-chain omega-3 acids, EPA and DHA, in the recommended amounts of greater than 500 milligrams a day, with that 3 to 2 ratio we talked about of EPA to DHA. Second, the omega-3s in our fish oil product from those wild Alaskan pollock are produced by Alaska Omega. They have a superior manufacturing process that produces the market-leading fresher oil, which translates into a better product stability, longer shelf life, and optimal sensory characteristics. In other words, no fish burns. Alaska Omega, omega-3 fish oil concentrates, and natural oils has among the industry's lowest product specification limits for oil oxidation and environmental contaminants. In other words, it's a very environmentally friendly company. The omega-3 concentrates in our Super Omega are certified, sustainable, and traceable by the Marine Stewardship Council, the first omega-3 concentrate to achieve this distinction. And finally, the .fit Super Omega fish oil complex is mercury-free and contains no PCPs, and is also NSF certified for sport. Of course, like all our formulas, we also consider the use of other .fit products to keep the user in the safe, optimal range of total nutrient intake. And of course, all products are manufactured in the regularly inspected NSF certified facility in compliance with good manufacturing practices, especially for you. Again, for any details, including controversies such as other sources like krill or plant, other omega-3 forms, dosages or ratios, allergies, or other considerations, please see your practitioner dietary supplement reference guide for the most up-to-date and true evidence-based answers. And here's a quick summary from the PDSRG. You can enjoy reading that on your own. And by the way, this last slide proves we're less expensive than all competitors if you make the product correct. As you can see, these mass market supplements also had good formulas and third-party tested to prove it was there. And see what the price is? Your product is better overall and significantly less expensive. When you make something work, that's what you got to pay. Okay, the bottom line here is that if you're not eating fatty fish at least twice weekly, you need to include this supplement daily along with your multivitamin mineral formula. And if your diet is low on calcium, as described earlier, include your calcium supplement. With this simple but all-important supplement grouping and usage recommendation, you have come a long way to growing and staying stronger to help you play better and longer. So, as a summary so far, use an individual multivitamin mineral, womb to tomb, and that's not negotiable. Use super calcium as needed. If diet doesn't supply 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams a day, then you would take 1 or 2 to make up the difference. Take the SuperOmega if not consuming 8 to 12 ounces of fatty fish weekly. You would just need 1.